In our last class, we discussed parts of speech, and today we start tenses. Before starting tenses, I want to tell you how are the words arranged in Telugu sentence and English. For example, నేను పుస్తకము చదువుతాను. దీన్ని తెలుగులో కర్త అంటారు. పుస్తకము ఇది కర్మ, చదువుతాను ఇది క్రియ. యు హ్యావ్ క్లియర్ ఐడియా అబౌట్ దిస్. ఇంగ్లీష్లో కర్తని సబ్జెక్ట్ అంటాము అండ్ కర్మ ఆబ్జెక్ట్, క్రియ verb. In Telugu, the sentence is with karta at the beginning, then karma, then kriya. So arrangement of the words in Telugu sentence is subject first, then object, and later verb is used. If at all we translate the same sentence into Telugu, nenu we say I, but in English we won't say I book read. The words are to be rearranged. So after subject, this is subject, we have to use verb. I read. This is verb. Afterwards we have to use object. A book. So this is the difference in the arrangement of the words from Telugu to English. So whatever the words we know, whatever the sentences we want to say or speak or write, we should be a little careful. We have to think, arrange the words properly, then our sentences will be correct. So now let's go to tenses. There are three. First one is present. What happens now is present. And the second one is past. What happened before, that is past. And the third one is future. What happens after some time. What happens after. So these are the three tenses in any language: present, past and future. Whether it is present or past or future, in every action, in every work, whatever we do, are with three stages. First stage is before doing. Second one is we start doing and it continues for some time. Third stage is completion. First stage is before doing. Second, started doing but not completed. Third one is completed, completion of the work. So those three stages are known as indefinite, second stage is continuous, third one is perfect. In addition to these three, we have one more, that is perfect continuous. So the four stages we have in English are indefinite, continuous, perfect and perfect continuous. In present these four are there, in past these four stages are there, and in future also these four stages are there. So present indefinite, present continuous, present perfect continuous. These four are of present. In the same way, past indefinite, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Future indefinite, future continuous, future perfect continuous. So on the whole we have 12 basic structures, tenses and those subtenses. These put together we have to learn 12 basic structures. Let's start with present indefinite today. Just like mathematical or scientific formulae, we have formula or formulae. Formula is singular, formula is plural. We should not use formulas. So, if at all we follow these formulae, we can make sentences properly without any deviation, without any problem. So, how do we write present indefinite? As we discussed earlier, first subject should be. Then in present indefinite we have to use verb first form only. Immediately after subject we have to write verb. Then object or any other words which are there required to make sentence. So for practice we should have an order. Let us start with first person I. Take an example. I write a story. And plural is we write. Then second person you write a story. You can take any verb and any object. I eat a fruit, you eat a fruit. In the same way, for he and she and all the other singulars except I and you, for all the other singulars, the only change you have to make is add s or es at the end of verb first form. So instead of saying he write, we have to add s or es at the end of verb first form, then it is correct. So he writes a story. She writes a story. Any, instead of he, she, any other name you can use. But whenever you think that it is third person singular, you have to add s or es. Formula is same, but we should be a little careful. Only this is the change we find in present indefinite with the third person singulars, that we have to add s or es at the end of verb first form. Then third person plural, they. It is plural, so no need of writing again yes or yes. They write a story. Here, the only complication we have is for third person singulars. For third person singulars, it means except I and you, all the others are third persons. For third person singulars, we have to add s or es. This is about present indefinite structure. This is the structure. To make you have clear idea, for third person singulars, the structure is to be like this. Then our sentences are correct. When do we use? We know the structure now. When do we use? That we have to know. Each and every structure, each and every tense, because they have three stages now. in each and every stage, structure differs. Structure differs and its use is also different. So, when do we use present indefinite? Before starting any work, before doing any work, before starting any work. Before starting any work, in the sense, before starting my class, I say I take class now. Before going out, he says I go out. I say he goes out. I can't say he go out. My mother is going to prepare something. My mother prepares. In this way, if at all third person singular is there, we have to add yes or es. We should be a little careful about that. Before starting any work, we have to use this structure, verb first form. The second is usual, habitual actions. What are usual and habitual actions? So many works are there. Whatever the works we do from morning to night, all are usual, habitual actions only. Every day, I get up at 4 o'clock. That is about usual action. Every day I go to school at 9, usual. Every day I take lunch, habitual, usual, routine. So for all these, you can use this structure: subject, verb, first form, object. Even though you forget the name, you should remember this one. Before doing any work, you have to use verb first form. Then the third use is for the actions of feelings, like dislike, hate, remember, forget. So all these, to be very clear, all the actions related to sense organs and our feelings, we have to use present indefinite. So these are the three important uses. If at all you remember, we can make sentences properly. And in the next class, we discuss the next structure. Have a nice day. Thank you.